question that I'm often asked by a lot of traders is, why do you trade the morning? Why do you trade sort of the opening hour, right? Like there's so much to do all throughout the day. There's always stocks popping up during the day. There's always stocks popping down during the day. You get all sorts of moves. There's always something moving. So why don't you trade the afternoons, right? Why do you specialize in the morning? And and one of the reasons why I trade the mornings is because that's what professionals do, right? Professionals trade the morning, right? And then novices and chat room type of people, they trade the afternoons, and then professionals come back again during the last 30 minutes to put on some positions. So that's why most volume is done during the open and during the close, and midway there's not much going on during midday. And I'm going to illustrate that for you. And one of the reasons why stocks make their moves in the first 30 minutes to first hour is because that's where bulk of the orders are. That's where bulk of the volume is done, and that's where bulk of the momentum is going to come from. Momentum is going to come from the order flow. So when the stock is just opening up, there are people who put their orders in last night, who put their orders in after the market, who maybe wake up today and they want to buy the stock suddenly. So right in the morning is where you're going to see bulk of the orders, and then they die down. So here's another example of just going over the concept. Take a look at MSI. All right, we take a look at MSI here. We see this stock. Look at this. Morning momentum, straight up. Look at the volume spike right at the open, and then look at it midday. Basically did nothing. Volume died down. Right, here's another example. HLF. Beautiful move off the open. Nice volume spike since then. Volume's been steadily declining. Stock's basically doing nothing. Take a look at ELY. Morning volume. Since then, volume died down. Strong move off the open, and then just does nothing. Here's another example. CTB. Nice push off the open. Morning volume. Nice push off the open. Since then, nothing. And volume's consistently been dying since noon. So here's another thing, right? So notice the VWAP, how the stock is reacting to the VWAP, right? We see here a nice morning push up, all right? Pulling back down. And the moment we get below this VWAP, it cannot even get above it. Same thing with ELY. Morning push, gets below VWAP, cannot even get above it. Same thing with MASI. Morning push, comes back to the VWAP, and then cannot even get above it. Flat move off the open, right? Same thing with on the short side. Check out SEAS. All right. Dropped from the open, but since then, nothing. Cannot get above the VWAP, and has done nothing. Again, to notice, volume at the open. After that, volume is consistently declining. So that's what you want to focus on. So there's a reason why me and why the whole team here at Live Traders, we're specializing in the morning. We're specializing in the first 30 minutes to an hour. We're trying to take advantage of that order flow, or these order blocks that have been stacked up overnight. Right? We're going to look to take advantage of that. And another benefit to trading the open, of course, number one benefit is we have volume. Number two, we have better and cleaner moves. So cleaner moves, you get bigger moves, right? Bigger moves, BM. Number four, enough liquidity, right? For you to get in and out of, irrespective of how many shares you have. During the afternoon, you got to trade smaller share size. In the morning, you can trade bigger share size. So these are just four benefits. Number five, less stress-free, right? Number six, I mean, again, if you can be done trading in the first 30 minutes, then why the heck would you even want to sit in front of your computer all day, right? So rather than making $100 in the morning, making $100 in the evening, making $100 in the afternoon, why don't we just make the money in the morning? And here's the most important part about trading the open. when you're trading the open, you can almost go without even looking at the market. So you can be off on your market timing. You can be totally horrible on your market timing. You can have no market timing. You can not look at the market and still be successful trading the open because, again, as we talked about, the order flow that have been stacked, the orders that have been stacked, they have enough momentum to cause the stock to push up at the open or push down at the open, right? And we're looking to take advantage of that opening drive and not being concerning ourselves with the afternoon chop, right? So let's take a look at a few more examples. HABT, check this one out as well. Morning momentum, some morning volume. Since then, kind of a dead volume, except with the exception of this spike, dead volume, and sideways price action. Check out PE. Now look at the opening candle, right? Look at the opening volume compared to the rest of the day volume, compared to the rest of the day move. Yes, sure, it moved up, but it moved up from here to pretty much around there, and it took it from 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Whereas it did this move in the first 5 minutes. Another example, TRIP. Same thing, it actually put in a pretty good move off the open on the gap fade, but since then it's actually done nothing at all. Right? Check out FRSH. Now this one's still actually bleeding, but put in the morning move in the first 1 hour, easy move down, then you consolidate for 30 minutes, and then you kind of bleed again for 30 minutes, you consolidate for another hour, and you're probably going to bleed here again for 30 minutes. But here's what I want you to notice. Look how these moves are less clean. You're getting consolidation, slight move down, consolidation, slight move down. Whereas in the morning, you got a straight move down, right? So that's why we trade the mornings. And you got to ask yourself the question, am I here to trade or am I here to make money? Did I come into this business with the intention of making money, or did I come into this business with the intention of trading, right? My goal as a trader is to make money. My goal is not to put in more trades. And I'm going to put this video up on YouTube, and that's what I want to talk about. You got to focus on making money, and you got to focus on making good trades, and the money will follow. But if you just focus on trading, the money will not follow. So you got to focus on trading correctly. And as a trader, it's super important to find your own niche, to find your own edge. And again, my edge, and for us here at Live Traders, the edge is the first 30 minutes, the first 1 hour. Take our momentum, call it a day, and not have to worry about this afternoon choppiness, right? You can also check out the market today. Again, choppiness overall. You can see we move up off the open, we move down off the open. But look how we got really good momentum in the first hour. We got nice range. So this is the high and this is the low. So check it out. I want you to know that I'm going to draw it again. So this is the high of the first 30 minutes. This is the low of the first 30 minutes. So this is the opening range. The opening range is 115 to about 115.60. So about a 60-cent range off the open. But now look at where the Qs are. Now the Qs are pretty much right at the opening range high. See that? So you're basically right at the opening range high. So if you ignore this moved up and the move down, the opening 30-minute range, after that, the range in the next, this whole hour is actually not that much. So this whole range has been about 20 cents, 20 to 30 cents. So in the morning, we got a 50 to 60 cent range. So now the range is getting tighter. So you want to focus on, as a trader, your focus should be on trading the range expansion. Where there's a big range, you want to trade that. When there's a tight range, you don't want to trade that. You can get chopped up. And that's the point where I want you guys to get to, is come in, specialize on the first hour, trade, make your money, call it a day, and then you can start dabbling into doing swing trading, doing options trading, doing forex trading, and using your time to trade the markets in different perspectives. And the only reason you can ever get to a point where you become a wholesome trader who's trading all different styles, the only way you can ever get there is by having systematizing your own trading at this point. For years, I never touched forex. I've never touched options. The only time the reason why I could never touch them is because I had no time. I had no time because I was trading stocks till 4 p.m. And then at 4 p.m. I was super exhausted that I just never got time to do anything else. Whereas now I come in, I'll trade the first hour, maybe sometimes the first 1.5 hour, call it a day, take a look at my swing positions, take a look at my long-term positions, take a look at my forex positions, and now I'm able to do much, much more. So that's why we trade the open, and that's what I wanted to talk about. So if you guys have any questions, again, feel free to let me know, and I'll be happy to discuss that in another lesson.